I used ChatGPT on an English final and got 105%. I used ChatGPT to write my semester final English essay a few months ago. I procrastinated it for a long time, and with about 2 days left until it was due, I typed the prompt into ChatGPT, made a few edits, and submitted it. The whole process took about 10 minutes. I ended up getting 105%. This brought my grade from a C to a B+. The teacher even said he would use it as an example next year. 105%? 100% plus 5-point curve, common in medical school. In medical school, can you imagine this a whole being your doctor 'cause he cheated on his exams? Skull takes a break every 5 minutes during surgery to ask ChatGPT what the next step is. Okay, ChatGPT, explain to me the process of extracting the cerebellum without killing the patient. I believe all my doctors were cheating through their med school. Absolutely brainless people, many of them, following the procedures set up by lawyers and health insurance companies. My wife went through crying many nights from the pain. 3 rheumatologists in 10 years to hear from them. You are imagining it, or that is fibromyalgia, just for third to find out she have some genetic disease that gives her chronic joint infection of collarbones, ribs, etc. I have had pain in my stomach for more than 6 months now. With pain in my back, warmness of stomach and heaviness, and the doctor told me that it is from stress, and I am imagining because my blood work is not bad enough yet to be anything else. Most ignorant people ever, at least ones I have had chance to have contact with. Sorry about my rant, but I had to spit it out. I'm so sorry this has been your experience. As in every profession, some practitioners are better than others. And unfortunately where you live determines the quality of doctors you have access to. I've had terrible experiences with doctors in rural USA. Just keep on advocating for yourself and trust your instincts. Doctors are just human beings after all. And human beings are fallible. True, I agree with you. I love the Netherlands and healthcare should be one of the best in the world. But still so much ignorance. Once upon the time when you ask a kid why he wants to be a doctor, the answer was to help people. Today, the answer is because they make big money. I'm actually amazed they even mentioned fibromyalgia. When my mom was diagnosed over 30 years ago, they barely believed her and still called it a syndrome. Because she was totally making it up, and it was all in her head, face with rolling eyes. Oh, the last third rheumatologist said that it is a term they normally use when they have no idea what the real problem is. My wife got SIFO syndrome, and it has nothing to do with fibromyalgia. One orthopedist years back even wanted to operate and clean her collarbone joints. Luckily my wife rejected. Interesting. What is the 5-point curve? Often if the material being tested is very challenging, i.e., the teacher knows it's a bit more advanced than the students are ready for, etc., teachers will grade on a curve, meaning that they'll add a few points to every exam after grading. I had a teacher who always graded on a curve because she gave us extremely difficult work. We got a lot of answers wrong, but we were graded fairly and we learned a lot from being challenged. Not hating on a confession, just adding a word of caution for anyone interested in reading, because I was wondering if I could use this for some of my own thoughts. I work at a university and the professors are already very aware of ChatGPT and that people are utilizing it for writing. They are using a software, ZeroGPT, which detects the percentage that AI has written for you, similar to how Turnitin detects percentage of plagiarism. This immediately became a part of the student conduct policy, and at least one student has been fired and expelled from uni. Use wisely. Opening parenthesis colon. There is already an AI that you can run your AI paper through and it will edit it so that AI can't tell that the paper was written with AI. And thus, the AI arms race has begun. Plot twist. Your teacher also used ChatGPT to grade your paper, lol. I hope he doesn't find out it's AI, lol, like that South Park episode Cold Sweat Smile. Next thing you know he's got all the girls. Damn. Unfortunately for me, My university already caught on at the release of ChatGPT, and there were a few kids who got caught with the usage. I am not sure how, since there weren't any known detectors at the time. But hey, at least you used it for a huge assignment on a class that doesn't help you much with your major, like CS or nursing. I remember I procrastinated a lot till the day of and spent the whole day perfecting it. Also, your title should read, I used ChatGPT on an asterisk English final and got 105%. Why did you think they needed ChatGPT for? Typos happen. The N key is next to the M key on a lot of keyboards as well. Smiley face. I wouldn't recommend confessing to this where everyone can see it. Loudly crying. What are they going to do? Subpoena Xfinity for the account associated with Ops IP address. Well, at least teacher is a moron that can't smell bullshit when a C student is now above and beyond. Could have used that shit on your post too. Hello, it looks like you've made a mistake. It's supposed to be could've, should've, would've, short for could have, would have, should have, never could've, would've, should've. Or you misspelled something. I ain't checking everything. Beep boop. Yes, I am a bot. Don't bot-criminate me. The irony of this call out. Underrated comment. Lol, you got trolled by a bot. So, you cheated. Honestly, don't feel bad. There are worse things than using I for a essay. That sentence gave me a headache. Lol. Now you've got me curious. Examples please. Stealing, murder, rape. Should I go on? How do you get 105%? I was going to ask this, weary. But I once smirk. Scary if my doctor would tell me. Let me ask GPT first. Why most of them use a symptom diagnosis software. Put in your symptoms and pick the easiest one to treat that requires the least amount of work from them. ChatGPT dude. More like Chad GPA. Happens lol. I love ChatGPT too. 105% tears of joy. Tears of joy seems like you're a ChatGPT product. You're equals you are. Yikes, your professor or someone will learn it's a bot paper sooner or later. As long as you are never gonna do this again, I'd say you're fine up, but be aware that there is software that will catch you out on this. This teacher might not have realized, but another one will. Just be careful and don't do it again lol. Also, try jotting down some focal points for the next assessment during the build up to due date, and if you haven't gotten any more done, create the essay around the 10 or so points of interest you wrote down on the night before. That way you have something to hand in that is coherent and your own. I understand your pain. I can never do any assessment before literally 3 days pre-due date, and this saved my ass quite a bit. Make sure you always have some sort of paper around, as for me at least sometimes an idea would pop into my head mid-class, so if I wrote it down I could add it to the list of things to talk about later. This probably made no sense, but hopefully you understand what I'm saying? Congrats on your laziness, on getting a grade you didn't work hard to earn. Had my mom, English major, write my AP literature final. I got an exceptional grade. I spilled the beans when I was an adult to that teacher about it, and she wasn't surprised. Tears of joy.